Hello and welcome to the annual Dumb Call of Duty Skin Awards. Thank you. I am not alone in my office right now. Over the last year of Call of Duty, we've seen countless operator skins, some of which are actually really cool and worth the price tag, while others rhyme with Revis and Ruthead. So as we close out Black Ops 6's era of the game we all refuse to let go of, it's time to look back and crown the best, worst, and most financially successful skins of the year. So how exactly does this all work, I hear you asking? Well, a few weeks ago, I held a live stream where we as a community drew up some categories and then decided on 4 nominees for each category. This means that if your favorite skin wasn't nominated, that's not on me, that's on y'all. Okay, hit that notification bell, show up to the stream next time. Then from there, we took all of the nominations and held polls right here on YouTube where the broader COD community could vote for their picks. So we'll go ahead and present you the winners, all leading up to the big final Best Overall Skin Award, chosen from all of those nominated here to be crowned and represent the entire year of Call of Duty. But for now, let's just get right into the results with our very first category, Drenched in Sweat. Now this is a returning award given out to the sweats most likely to be seen sliding around, wiggling their stick, and YYing like they're a toddler learning about the world. Your nominees are Frontman, coming in off of the Squid Games event back in the first season of the game. Now this was the big award for getting to the end of the new paid event track thing, meaning that unlike a lot of skins that you'll see here tonight, this one wasn't just earned by grinding or by buying, this was earned by doing both. Then there's Klaus, a pre-order skin of Ted the bus driver's older German cousin, who took the role of this game's flashy and unrealistic operator out the gate. And wherever it roamed, you'd see a slippery, slick trail of sweat beating behind it. Then third is actually another zombies-inspired skin, Samantha's PJs. Now, I'm not 100% sure why this one was so zeroed in on to be the most sweaty, probably because it was a 9th prestige skin and it tended to appeal to a very certain specific demographic. And lastly is Endo Titanium Core. As part of the Terminator crossover, this skin was released pretty late in the game, all things considered, when all sense of realism was just thrown to the wayside, much like the canon of the Terminator series itself. And the winner of Black Ops 6's sweatiest skin is Endo Titanium Core. I mean, of course, it kind of had to be. It's basically the sequel to that Groot skin from last year that I still refuse to call by its real name. Now, if I did my math right, and I probably didn't, we should be coming up on 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this video, which means that it's time for the Activision approved drugs category. For the highest skin award, we have Blunt Man, not to be confused with Silent Bob, who's not to be confused with Kevin Smith, who's not to be confused, Seth Rogen, aka Captain Cannabis over here with the fucking logo on his chest. Hey, did you guys know that he smokes weed? It's kind of an underrated aspect of this dude's personality. Casual Ops, which is arguably the opposite of the others, with just a simple 420 and weed tattoo and keychain. And then finally, there's Weedstronaut. I'm sorry, it's just called Weedstronaut? How the hell did they come up with this stuff? Wait. And your winner is Casual Ops. See, as it turns out, we as a COD community kinda like subtlety over flashy celebrities. Who knew, right? Hey, and speaking of subtlety, our next category lives in the land of subtlety and stays under the radar. This is the Cleveland Comic-Con Award, given to skins that look like cosplay, just not very good cosplay. Your nominees are Player 6, a skin that I 100% walked past at a Spirit Halloween the other day, and is actually cheaper than most outfits in-game. Menendez, which is pretty topical, seeing his return in the coming year, but considering that this isn't Raul and literally just another guy wearing his clothes, I think that actually fits this award pretty perfectly. Then there's Etherella, a skin-tight recreation of the comic book hero found in the Zombies map / future Warzone recycle. And lastly, Verdansk Fan, a skin that I did not actually know was in the game until the very moment that someone suggested it, and that is kinda scary. And the winner is Player 6. Oh, now I get it. It's like Black Ops 6. That's clever. That's, you got me. Collabs, short for collaborations, and even shorter for mostly unwanted collaborations. And we had you guys vote on what you thought was the best and worst of the collabs this year. And now, just to refresh your memory a bit, we've seen classic 90s staples like TMNT and Beavis and Butthead, horror movie icons like Jason and Chucky, and also Seth Rogen was here. Did you guys know that he smokes weed? And actually, one of my favorites that unfortunately didn't place was actually the ballerina bundles. Because that's right, we finally, after 5 years, got a John Wick skin, and it wasn't even Keanu. But for the best collab, you all voted, and you voted Terminator, which is actually interesting because it isn't even the first time that these franchises have crossed, and it actually isn't even the first time that it's come up here tonight. Although, of course, this basic Terminator skin is far more realistic than that sweaty hunk of junk. And hey, speaking of realistic, the winner of the worst collab skin is probably the least realistic skin we have ever seen in the franchise. And it's Beavis and Butthead. No point in burying the lead there. Of course it's Beavis and Butthead. But now, Beavis and Asshead may have been some of the worst cartoony skins in the game, but they were actually far from the only cartoony skins in the game, ranging from American Dad to nondescript anime. But we needed to find out which of the dozen or so cartoon skins was actually the best. Your nominations for Best Cartoon Skin are Weaver Hardboiled, giving him this clean black and white noir style that actually looks really cool. It's just completely not the same art style as the rest of the game. Then there's Speed Trap and Tactical Tatsu, pulling another two operators out of the photorealistic world and into the limitless land of anime. And I'm sorry, these two just like, they look really bad, right? I don't know if that's just a taste thing, but like, I'm really sorry, everyone who's like into these. And finally, we have Stop Motion, which we counted as a cartoon skin after much deliberation and our committee's annual viewing of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But there can only be one winner, and y'all voted for Stop Motion. Genuinely, I actually really do think this one is pretty cool as far as crazy skins go. And honestly, it's actually pretty tame if I play with my glasses off. The That Guy's Not Real award is a bit similar to the cartoon one, but this is for skins specifically that try to exist in our reality, but break almost all of the laws of physics. See the winner from last year for a good example. Your nominees are Toyman, who's a toy, Omen, who's a demon, Geophase, who's a rock, and Irradiated, who's an X-ray scanner. I feel like this is a good time to remind everyone that this franchise used to be about World War II, by the way. But the winner is Toyman. With color shifting action, this ultra skin in the Fantastic Plastic bundle may run you a bit more than a real action figure would, but does a real action figure also come with a cool knife and dance moves? Maybe. I guess it depends on what kind of childhood you had. Now, this next one goes out to all the owls out there, for this is the Who? award. This one is given to skins that make your base operator completely unrecognizable. The kind of skin that you want to equip, but you first have to ask yourself, who the fuck was the mascot a skin for again? The three runners-up for the award are Cartoon Robo, aka Bayan, Toyman, who of course we all know is Toro, and Billy Baller, who I actually think is better if I just leave a mystery. More suspense that way. But with nearly 50% of the vote, you guys chose a very certain Adler skin as the winner, and it is none other than everyone's favorite industry plant, Archie Adam. Now, if I could actually be pretty candid here for a minute, I kind of fuck with this skin. You know, I think really it'd be cool if they were to like double down on this kind of vibe. Maybe make a cool map about it. You know, you could put in Warzone for like a month. The Best Animal Award is actually pretty self-explanatory. It's a category for all of the animals, which actually had a ton of representation this year for some reason. Did the focus groups include a furry demo? Anyway, the nominees are Bulldog, Raccoon Goon, which is just a really unfortunate name, Billy Baller again, and I am still not telling you who's actually underneath, and actually the winner of the Best Animal Award, Bloke Biter. And actually, my fun fact about this one is that this isn't even the only shark person skin in the game. And I, again, genuinely have no idea why. Was this a Shark Week tie-in? Hate and Call of Duty go together like peanut butter and an allergy. In fact, I would bet good money that there's already countless comments below this very video hating on at least one winner so far tonight. But this award actually goes to skins that didn't receive the hate that they might have possibly deserved. The nominees are Young Hee, an underrated and underhated part of the Squid Game crossover, Blunty, which was somehow not nominated for Best Weed Skin, by the way, which is just criminal, Bloke Biter, once again one of multiple Sharkman skins that somehow went completely under the radar, and Archie Adam, the new Nuketown mascot the devs didn't try very hard to establish and ultimately became forgettable. And the winner, with nearly 2/3 of the vote, is Young Hee. And it genuinely boggles my mind that this wasn't shit on the entire year. It's a massive, brightly colored animatronic of a doll that's in the middle of like 4 different hated COD skin Venn diagrams. But now, for our final ordinary category, we're gonna go in the opposite direction. Goofy COD skins have gotten a lot of attention lately, and frankly, they've gotten a lot of attention this entire event. But what about the realistic skins? First, there's SAS Directive, looking like something straight out of COD 4. Then there's Troy Marshall's Watchdog skin, one of surprisingly few skins that are pulled straight from the campaign. Then you have Winter Guise for Woods, a snowy camo style that I actually really dig. And finally, John Black Ops, the true protagonist of this game, covered head to toe, ensuring his true identity remains as mysterious and unknown as possible. And the winner is John Black Ops. Now, I mentioned earlier that Archie kind of felt like an industry plant, but John Black Ops actually feels like the exact opposite of that. And honestly, I think a pretty perfect example of a more jokey and funny, out there skin done right. You know, it's poking fun at the game, but in a way that is still consistent with the art style and direction. It also helps that it is like actually a funny joke. The whole John name of franchise thing, like it's not just, you know, what if Shark had legs? But with that actually takes us to our final award this evening. Best Overall. Now for this, our council rounded up every single skin that was nominated for any award tonight and whittled it down to their top 4. John Black Ops, Blunty, Winter Guys Woods, and Menendez. And then from there, we had the community vote. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2025 Call of Duty Skin Awards, and the one that will go on to represent this game forever in the history books, is John Black Ops. Huge congratulations to John. I know his family has gotta be proud. If he has a family, I'm not sure of anything that man, I don't even know if it's a man under there. Wait a minute. And huge congratulations to everyone who walked home with an award here tonight. And a huge shout out to everyone who participated in our polls and nomination streams. It was genuinely a huge turnout that I was not expecting. And overall, I think we did good. And so with that, we will close our awards ceremony here tonight. Thank you for watching. Channel members are listed all around me, or at least they should be. I actually don't know how I'm going to edit all this together. Maybe it's credits. Okay, they'll be scrolling behind me. That probably looks really cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys in Black Ops 7. I hope you have a good night. Take care now.